Hello guys, welcome back. I'm like fascinated with me again, me and cameras. This is why like on the other channel I actually like switched to like not having the camera on me to concentrate on what I was talking about. But I wanted to pop my head back out. I am off the Expector. I'm not having all those side effects. I do feel lousy, but one, I have the standard American diet, so yeah, I feel like crap. Two, just the effects are, I was on a really high dose and I came down, I tapered off like you're supposed to, and then like you guys knew, I told you something was really wrong. So I had been like on the last week before going to the every other day, and that's when I had stopped taking it. But what helped me through was I've been addicted, as I've told you guys before, I've been addicted to everything on the planet. You know, I've had addictions to depression medication, had addictions to alcohol, everything else. So one thing that helped me before is I know when something's affecting my body, and two, I have the most common addiction in, you know, on the planet, caffeine. And caffeine was like, no, she mine, she my baby. I got her, and I would not do the one thing doctors tell you to do. I would not like completely go cold turkey on caffeine because caffeine would not let me go to go on a Spexer. So I think like the caffeine kind of helped me out there. I didn't go balls to the wall crazy on Expector, and that's not swearing, by the way. It has a term to do with classic cars. And so I never went as crazy as you can go on the Spexer, even though I went plenty crazy. And coming off wasn't as bad, even though it's like plenty bad. And basically, it's like really messed up my digestion. And I'm sleeping like pretty bad now, but I mean, I'm like literally sleeping 4 hours a night now. But um, I've had insomnia all my life, so it's like the insomnia is ramped up. I'm like normally a night person anyways, but it's like it's worse. But at least you know, I love being up at night anyhow. I really think daylight's overrated. I'm kidding. But no, I'm not kidding about the insomnia, but you know, the insomnia is like ramped up now. So, there's that. But I'm okay without the Expector in me because caffeine is helping a lot. But if you're trying to get off Expector, do please go under your doctor's directions. Don't waste your time watching a lot of YouTube videos. Just, you know, if you're somehow here because you're trying to look up videos, um, everybody has their own race. It seems to me that it affects everyone differently. I got lucky because I had the caffeine in my system. And please don't like watch this and think, oh, I'm gonna go on coffee if you're not on coffee. Don't like add another addiction to your problem list. Um, I'm lucky I had the caffeine in my system. I think I stopped the Expector from planting itself as much as it has in some people. I mean, some people have tried to get off Expector 6 times. They say it's worse than heroin, and you know they can't walk away. And with me, what you know, if I like run out of coffee, I'm like a heroin addict. I'm like, coffee. I'll be like looking in my coffee by cupboards for like dry crystals that taste. I don't know why, but you brew this coffee, it tastes like beef. It does. It tastes like beef crystals. And no, I didn't like do drugs one day and like put beef crystals in a coffee canister. It's how this instant coffee tastes. It's beefy, kind of yummy. But if you're in the mood for a cup of Joe and it tastes like beef, it's kind of weird. I won't say the company because I don't know if they'd sue me or something, but their coffee tastes like beef. It's weird. It tastes like beef. But yeah, so I have my coffee here. And by the way, it's almost impossible to kill yourself with coffee, in case you've been wondering. I know there are like all those things out now, but if you actually do something scary, like look up the science, you could almost not kill yourself in a day's time with coffee. It's not like those scary videos they used to show us about Susie and Sammy going to the party and they drink enough alcohol to kill themselves. You would really, really have to almost do an IV drip and drink a bunch of coffee and do a bunch of um like party shots of caffeine. And by that time you would be puking up anyhow, so you would hardly be in like a in a position to continue poisoning yourself, because you would be like having like a toxic reaction long before you get to the point where you kill yourself. You can't, like, it's gonna be almost impossible. You're okay. There's normally, if you're just drinking coffee, even if you're drinking like the Odin Force blend that I have for treats, you're not gonna kill yourself. I have an uncle that drinks 10 cups a day. He's fine. I've known people who drink 20, 30, 40 cups a day. You could drink, I think it's like a couple hundred cups of coffee a day. You'd be fine. It affects everyone differently. Some people, they could drink, like, if they could manage 500 cups a day, they could drink 500 cups a day, and I think it'd be fine. I don't know. Don't test it out. Like, don't, like, make yourself puking sick, because you probably shouldn't drink that volume of liquid a day. But, be sensible in all things. I mean, don't worry about how much you're drinking unless you're starting to have medical problems. Do you know, like, the signs of, like, sickness? But at the same time, don't live in fear. Don't live your life in fear. I learned, like, from both parents going through cancer, a lot of things doctors just don't know. They go by a guide because somebody did a test on an animal somewhere, and because an animal had a reaction, they put out a guideline for humans. And that's how long it went, because there's this ethical thing of carrying over the test after you've tested on animals. Human subjects can volunteer, but there's this ethical thing. And then when they carry over a test of caffeine on humans, either, people go through trials, and it's hard to go through a pure trial on caffeine on humans because, one, most people have caffeine in their system, and people who don't have caffeine in their system don't want it in their system to be on a test. And two, it's such a subjective thing because it treats so many people differently. And mine, I'm fine and I'm okay, is yours jittery. I mean, like, I have the genetic condition that I shake, and if a tester is stupid and doesn't know any better, they think, well, she's in denial. Look at what the caffeine's doing to her. And I'm like, no, idiot. It's my genetic condition. I've shaken like this since I was a baby. And I didn't have any caffeine to me till I was like 12 or something. So, it's not the caffeine. And people tell me that, and I just want to wrap my hands around their necks, and I'm like, no, stupid, you are not listening. I'm speaking the English language. What part of this don't you understand, dummy? I didn't drink caffeine till I was like 12 or something, so it's not the caffeine, dummy. It's genetic, okay? And it doesn't hurt, and it's not from the caffeine, it's not from the coffee, it's not from anything else. It's just, it's genetic. But, whatever. But I'm fine without the Espexor. The coffee is helping. I actually don't drink that much anymore. I've noticed, like, now that I have the bigger coffee pot and I can have as much as I want, I end up brewing a pot of coffee and it sits there until I finish it. Which I know sounds gross to people that don't drink coffee, but, like, people that do, they're like, how long does it sit there? Like, sometimes like a day. That's terrible. It's like 10 cups of coffee. I'll brew, like, it's supposed to be 12, and it takes a devil's cut of 2. So I adjusted accordingly, and I'll brew it, and it takes me about 2 days to go through that. So I only drink like 4 or 5 cups a day, and sometimes I drink less than that. It takes me a while to go through it. It's like I drink about the average amount of coffee most people drink, but it's convenient for me to just brew one big pot and have it and drink that instead of put some artificial sweetener in there, and drink that instead of constantly going out and buying coffee or constantly drinking soda or something. And oh yeah, the weight's coming off, if I didn't mention that. I don't know if I mentioned that, but being off the Expexor, the weight is finally sliding off. Yeah, this is like the third attempt at recording, but I knew it was like partially the Expexor because I had been down to the point where I was like hardly eating, and I could have been eating lard for what I was eating. Like I was hardly eating anything, and I don't exaggerate when I tell you go a couple mile walks a day. And well, except for when I was doing this renovation, and I was like, why am I not losing any weight? You don't just magically hit 40 and your metabolism dies. That's not how the human body works. Your metabolism slows as you age because, you know, make room for the younger people. But you don't like magically not have a metabolism anymore. So it's like, what is going on? So yeah, the weight is coming off little by little. And now that I am done with the Epic of Gilgamesh, getting that room done, because there's like literally no room to do anything else in there anymore. In fact, I went to like put like one final thing in. I'm like, there's no room anymore. Yay! So yeah, that's done. The weight's coming off. The Expexor's out of my system. I've got my caffeine with me. And I'll be playing what I feel like playing on the channel, which I should be. If I can't stand a game or I don't like a game, I don't care how many people recommend it, I will play it. And if I've played a game and I don't like it enough to replay it, I won't replay it. And it's just how I am, because I won't fake happy with a game. Do you know what I mean? Just to play it. And it's like, if it's a good enough game to replay, I'll replay it. But if not, no. And I know it started off as a FNAF channel, but it seems like there are still a lot of FNAF fans, but it seems like at the same time FNAF has kind of like jumped the shark. It's like, I don't know what Scott's doing, but like he'll like kind of bring stuff out to get people interested, and then he walks away. It's like, dude, you used to be so much better at managing people and managing excitement. Now it's like you literally don't care anymore. And if you don't care, I can't care. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you can't care about your own baby, I can't care either. Go leave it in the woods and let the wild animals eat it, but I'm not going to sit here and cry because, you know, I have to get on with my life and try to help the channel survive. So, you know, hopefully he ends up doing something, but it's like, if you're not actually going to do it, dude, you know, there's nothing I can do. I still have the book on order, and maybe if I see something while I'm out, I'll buy something if anything ever actually comes out. But it has to be like really cool at this point, because I have like a ton of stuff I could like unwrap just sitting around here, like FNAF stuff, but it's like, I don't even care at this point, because it's like, there's no passion in the community anymore. There's like none. It's like, there's like all this FNAF stuff sitting here, and there's like all this FNAF stuff I could have built and everything, like all those kits and everything. It's like, nobody cares anymore, so I never did any of it. And it's just how I honestly feel. Like the FNAF community just went, psh. And that's just how I honestly feel. And I can't fake enthusiasm if there's like no community there. I can't do it. Some people can. I mean, there are like people that like they're made to have like children's channels or something, because they're like really good at faking happy and faking enthusiasm. They're like dog people or something. And I'm not. I'm a cat person. I'm like, wow. I should be doing Visine commercials. And yeah, there's like FNAF stuff around here I never unwrapped, and I'm like, I can't even like get into unwrapping it because I don't care at this point. There's like this small closet here of, yeah, I'm like touching it, like you can see it, of FNAF stuff, and I like never unwrapped it. And there's no point anymore because it's like, it's so old at this point. I mean, I know the games aren't that old, but the merchandise itself is so old at this point. It's like, nobody's going to care at this point. So it'll just like sit there, and I'm like, I don't have any room to put it anywhere anyway, so it's just like gonna sit there. And I don't feel like doing FNAF Fridays anymore, so it's just gonna sit there. And it's like, well, what are you gonna do? I don't feel like doing it anymore because nobody cares about it anymore. Nobody cares about FNAF Fridays or like the FNAF games or anything. It jumped a shark. There's not enough of a community anymore for FNAF, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm doing good, but I'll be doing other stuff with the channel, obviously, because I know there are still people that are always going to enjoy FNAF, and I'll always enjoy FNAF. I always love FNAF, but unfortunately, there's, like, not enough of a community for me to do the FNAF stuff anymore and, like, have the enthusiasm behind it. Like, I can't, like, I have stuff, like, right beside me, and I can't physically pick it up to, do the unwrapping because I don't have it in me. I don't have the heart to do it anymore. It's like it's sitting right there and I can look at it and be like, oh, that is so cool, but there's like no one to share that with anymore. Do you know what I mean? Or because it's not like brand new, people won't care. It's like, well, then I can't like fake it anymore. Do you know what I mean? I can't like fake enthusiasm for because I don't have like $1 billion to go out and get something new. So, yeah, I'm good. I'll be playing what I want to play on the channel. Probably won't be FNAF content because people just aren't making too much FNAF content, or if they're making it, it's not like really creative. It's like literally somebody ripped off someone else's game and they like just changed the coloring and the tint or something, and I'm not going to play that. So I will have stuff on the channel, but it will be like for all ages. Right now I'm putting like some mature stuff up because I like really like these games and I think they deserve exposure and I think they deserve let's plays, and you know, there aren't too many positive games out there for certain things. Like there aren't too many like gay positive games, so when I come across them, I will play them. Like I was really thrilled to find the game I found now because there aren't too many games that like when they especially in gaming community, it's like vastly homophobic. There aren't too many games that like you can play that are treat homosexuality as anything other than a joke. So like that it was treated as the love interest is actually like, as far as I know, I played like almost 2 hours of it. It's never like anything that's like acted out. I mean, in the mind it's acted out, but it's like, for one thing, one person's gay and the other person is presumably straight, or one person's correct, to be more correct, one person is bisexual and one person is straight, so far as we know through the storyline. And it's just, it's interesting that it was treated that way, that it was like treated with maturity and respect. And you know, it's interesting. And it's even treated the way that it's treated. The characters are like, you know, why would I even like this person? We never liked each other before. So it was interesting. And I liked how it was treated because it was treated with respect. And yeah, it does get into the adult elements, but well, gee, it's written for adults. It's supposed to. So it was a more interesting game. I liked it. And I'll just be picking through the games and bringing those to you. And I could have actually started a whole series, renovation series on that room. I could have, but I didn't feel like it because I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. When you have like my eyesight and you have tremors, you get what you get. I like it. I think it looks beautiful, but you get what you get. If I went on and I like maybe went to school for design and I went to learned how to compensate for the tremors when I did stuff, usually I can compensate for the tremors. It probably would have gotten like a little bit more better results, but and if I painted a lot more, like, I mean, for like years and years and years, if it was like my profession, if I went to it for a profession, probably would have done like a little bit more better results. But I think I did good. I think I did a decent job. But, you know, that's not what this channel is. This channel is not the crafting channel, so I wasn't going to make that. And it would have been something more apropos to the other channel. And as I was doing it for the other channel, people weren't interested anyhow, so I was like, well, I'm not going to, like, break each project as I was doing it into something, but it was hundreds of hours and hundreds of, like, little painting things, and sometimes like it wasn't just one step of painting. You had to paint something and then let it dry and then go back and do another step. And oh God, have you ever glittered something and just had to, there's so much involved in it. It's like you would need I'd actually need to do a video to show you how to do it, because it's like, no. Because the technique I use, I don't think other people use, because it's just like, to get it to look the way it does, you have to do it a certain way, and it's like, oh. Okay, so I'm good. The channel is good, and oh my God, I've gone on for quite a bit, but this will be today's video because I'm tired. And it's like partially the effects are completely leaving my system. And I'm run down because my diet hasn't been very good lately. I'm losing weight, but like my diet's been like really poor because I haven't gone out shopping for groceries in an age, because every time I've been going out shopping, it's been for paint, and I've been eating scrap. Well, I eat scrap in the first place, but I've been eating scrap. I eat decent here and there, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I will see you guys later and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.